Okie dokie. Perfect. Alrighty. Let's get this thumbnail out. Uploading the thumbnail. Yo. Oh, hey. How's everybody doing? Uploading the thumbnail as we speak. It's good to hear. Alright, let me make sure that works. Oh, for sure. Yeah. We'll try to start it around 9:15. If you need more time, just let me know. Trying to get this to pull up. So I suppose we're going to wait for CrossCore to come back in a little bit. Welcome in, welcome in. So, let's take this time to discuss Secret of the Mimic. I left off seeing White Tiger. Let me mute that. There we go. A lot has happened in this game. And I'm honestly really excited to start going into the endings. Unless I'm completely wrong about the length of this game, this should be my last, chapter of exploring the main story. There will probably be, the evil 5th live stream, which I'll do, which will be absolutely grinding out the final ending, getting all the collectibles. That'll be exciting. But that probably won't be tomorrow. Just a heads up. I'll say this again when everyone's back. Good. I was just saying that oh, hey. Good to see you here. I will say that I probably won't be doing my getting every collectible stream, which I know will get me an ending. I have been told that by my tech support. I won't be doing that tomorrow. Probably be doing that Friday, and it'll be a really long stream. But yeah, I think we'll go ahead and get into it. Alrighty. Is Tiger Rock David? Oof. What in the world? He's just standing there. Tiger Rock and Golden Freddy. You're right. Love the thumbnails. Thanks. Yeah, Tiger Rock, Golden Freddy, sharing a lot of odd similarities. He's teleporting around. He's sounding creepy. I think I'm supposed to wait to see a light to run to. Oh. Ooh. Okay. See, like, this can't just be the Mimic. Mimic can't teleport. And also, he sounds more distorted when he speaks. I hope I'm doing the right thing. I feel like, oof. I feel like I'm just running in circles. Do I make a run for it? Oof, one of these guys. It seems very likely that Tiger Rock in Secret of the Mimic is haunted. Nothing like the Mimic, even though the epilogues say that he can mess with... There's one thing to mess with electricity, and another thing to teleport and give hallucinations. If the Mimic can just do that, why hasn't he done it already? You know? And also, the power scaling needs to be adjusted. Because holy crap. You can't convince me that this is just the Mimic or farming. There's something back there. But it's good to know that other people think that... It's good to think that other people agree this guy is haunted by David. Hold up. Look at that. There's nothing connecting the suit and the head. Oh my gosh. The head is like its own, the head is separate from the suit. Whew. Oh my gosh. You're gonna be right there. Yeah, this star is freaky. Oh. I don't like how he looks at me either. You know what I'm realizing? Think about the Scott interview. This is what he wanted Burn Trap to be. I guarantee it. Yeah, this guy is not serious whatsoever, but his actions make him terrifying. I'm just gonna run for it. This way. Oh. What if Golden Freddy was the real Mimic all along? Not like, oh my gosh, it's the Mimic. But Golden Freddy getting all of his tricks from the Mimic, or from David, that'd be funny. Because timeline-wise, that's what it seems is happening. Do I go... I'll read that big comment in just a second. Oh. His lights turned off. You're not so bad. Okay, not gonna read these. First, I wonder if we're gonna see more of the backstory of the Mega Pizzaplex, and how they got the Mimic into the building. To be honest, none of the epilogues tell us how it happens. Not gonna lie, I think Burntrap was meant to be like Golden Freddy, which led me to believe he was going to be William haunting the Pizzaplex, since Tails Game's death makes Stitchline less likely. Yeah. But because it makes Stitchline less likely, it also means that there's not even a way for him to get out of UCN. Because the only way that UCN ends is probably through Stitchline. But yeah, you're right.
You found the schematics. Great. Get back to the security office right away. Time to wrap things up.
Really? That maybe I should have all made this 3 videos. That's interesting. I haven't been there yet. There's the carousel. I wonder. I still stand firm that Glitch Trap being the Mimic was planned since Help Wanted. With the hand unit saying digitally recreating personalities and performances from the past in an instant. And then him saying that he can take on the persona of any mascot costume he wears. Like, that just screams Glitch Trap. And even the sounds they make. But yeah, I agree. It probably could have been William. But we have to take into account. What if Gregory has a brain chip, like Cassie? You're just gonna...
Well done, Arnie. I didn't think you could do it, but here you are. That data diver has exact permissions, and you found the blueprints. You made it the farthest, farther than I had expected. I can't believe it was you. Put that data diver in the inventory system. It'll go right to where it's needed.
Thanks to security breach's execution, it seems like Burntrap had to be wiped out since Scott wants him to go back to his OG position. Yeah, honestly. Also, did we ever see what Burntrap's real position was ever meant to be? I don't want to give up my data diver.
What are you doing, Arnold?
Own it.
It's locked. I'm going to have to keep it locked until you hand over that device. Then you can just walk right out and head home. I really don't know what the problem is. You've been doing so well all night. You've used it before. Don't pretend that you don't know how it works.
Something extremely suspicious is happening with
Once
Mr.
you put the
Dispatch.
data diver in the inventory system, you can clock out and get some rest. Go home. You've used it before. Don't
Yeah,
pretend
okay.
that you don't know how it works.
I want to say that I'm not a huge fan of Burntrap being a digital hallucination.
Arnold, you there? Good work.
Well, that came a little bit late, Crosscore.
I've opened the garage for you. You can just hop in your van and drive home.
Oh no, you're doomed. Great. How did he get the van
You're still here.
here? Yeah. Well, I'm sure it'll let me do my other ending. Right?
Arnold, there you are. We've been trying to get a hold of you all night.
Yeah, so it
You
was the
answered.
Mimic.
Fazbear Entertainment has no other option but to let you go.
What? I just talked to you. You told me
Poor
to
guy.
give you the data diver and I could go home.
It's crazy how that's almost
So you
directly a
admit it?
copy of a
You
line from
misplaced
Ruin.
company property.
No! No, I gave it to you!
Fazbear Entertainment will hold you personally responsible for lost or stolen property. What did you expect would happen?
I did everything you told me to!
Don't call us. Our lawyers will be calling you.
Well, at least Arnold survives. Take that back. Oh! Oh! Yep. Okay. Okay. Mimic indeed, mimic. Yeah, I picked up on that. Huh? Why can I see through Bonnie? Also, why is Bonnie in MCM? Chica? Mimic is watching us perform. Fox is over there. This is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza in MCM. You've officially been stuck. Oh, okay. Tell me if I'm supposed to make this connection. That is exactly what I was gonna say, Crosscore. Because look, there's a little booth there. Like where the Showtime button was. Also, Mimic is doing the burn trap pose. He also, if that can be the Mimic from Ruin, then the Mimic from Ruin can definitely be burn trap. I'm just saying. And yeah. No, it doesn't really support. If anything, it supports Mimic stuff. Mimic did the MCI. It's also clear now. Interesting. I should have looked at the credits. He's purple. Look at the Mimic's lighting. His hands are purple. Do you see that? Oh, good, you're back. So things escalated pretty quickly. We died, Mimic killed us, and he stuffed us like Glitch Trap. But yeah, Mimic has purple hands, and he's covered in purple light. I don't know how we can see it I'm looking at my stream, and it mutes the colors a little bit. But yeah, the evidence for Will stuff is pretty strong. Mainly because, you know, most continuities follow that plot line. We're definitely this place is too fleshed out. There's too much here for this to not be a place I can come. Like, in the game. Oh! This is an Evil Escalations remix. That's crazy. I think I'll be on Team Bust Up. My biggest argument to Will stuff, or to Puppet stuff, is that we know that the Puppet didn't do anything for Charlie. Or, that sounds stupid, for Cassidy. Like, the Puppet is never shown helping Cassidy. But she's definitely stuffed. Which makes me think that she's not the one doing the puppet, or, oh my goodness, I'm geeked. She's not the one doing the stuffing. She is the one helping them come to control of their animatronics. Like, she's giving gifts and giving life. You know what I mean? And the gift is life. At least that's my interpretation, because that's the only way I can rationalize Golden Freddy. You know, Charlie's shown not doing anything for Golden Freddy, but then Cassidy still possesses it. So it just makes me wonder. You know? But there's going to be some foreshadowing in the endings for the new DLC or game later on. Has it been confirmed that there will be a DLC? Because this feels very DLCable, so to speak. I'm gonna go make sure it didn't delete my save
What's
file.
taking so long? Arnold, is everything okay?
Okay. So... Oh! Can I run parachute.exe? I can. Okay. For the people who know, what will this do to my save file if I run parachute.exe? Because I have not gotten all of the collectibles. This is important. I could see it being that Puppet tries to help them get their consciousness back by using the animatronics, but Puppet stuff influences William to stuff one of his victims in one of the animatronics. Interesting. You could see it being that the Puppet tries to help them get their consciousness back by using the animatronics. Puppet stuff influences William to stuff one of his victims in the animatronics. Yeah. I just don't know. Like, here's my thought. Parachute.exe will lead you to the parachute ending. If you have all the items, you'll get the secret ending. But if I do the ending, will it delete my save file? That's what I'm worried about, because this game is very different than the others, and I know that sometimes that happens. So, will it be a big deal if I do this ending without all the collectibles? Because I know if I have all of them, I'll get the secret ending. But I also know there's another one I can do right now.
What's taking so long?
I don't know how to play the game. Well, let's find out together.
What are you doing? That area is off limits.
Okay, Mimic.
You have made your choice.
You are not going to make it out of here alive.
Oh.
You could have helped. If you had just given me the schematics, we could have fixed things.
Is that a real eye?
I thought you were different. I thought you might understand.
But you're just like the others. The other technicians, workers.
Yeah.
They didn't listen, and it caught them all. Now it's your turn to play dress up. When he catches you, which one will he choose? Who are you deep down inside? Another worker bee? A bumbling bee? Perhaps a busy bee?
This is
In
funky.
many ways, tonight has been a comedy of errors. A jester would suit you well. Or a bunny, running from danger, scared and stupid, searching for a hole to hide in. No, you did everything I asked up to this point. You were an obedient dog, a good dog. Then you bit the hand that fed you.
The immediate change from "you'll make it out all right" to "you're dead" is so shocking. He's just fully given up the sod. Yeah, can we talk about this? The Mimic is very intelligent seeming. Like, I always thought that the Mimic was very smart, based off of Ruin alone. This is like Mimic cooking hard with this. I know! Like, there's no way that he just copied these audio logs. Like, no one just said this to him. How smart is the Mimic? Is this... Because he's differentiating between the endo and the program. So I wonder if this is Okay. Do you think that SOTM takes place in 1979 or 1983? Easy answer, by the way. This is a really easy question. The van, in the very beginning, there is a paper in the van with Arnold's name on it, like it's a work order form. And it is dated to 1979. So, yes. This game does take place in 1979. There is a full... I'm sure Mimic gains sentience from the agony coming from Edwin. True. Yeah, I think that that's what the little thing said. Back here again, huh? Let's do it one last time. Started without me. Look at this little tail wagging. Can't believe that we got Monty, Mr. Hippo, Happy Frog. Well, that's most of it. A VIP. This is VIP. I cannot be convinced otherwise. And Helpy, all in one. Crazy. This feels wrong. What is that? It's like a light. Oh my gosh. Well, this is less than optimal. Okay, this is a really cool scene. Time for Big Top's final chase. Bruh, don't spoil. Okay. Who knows, maybe Big Top will be the final boss. Big Top has a great theme. Tickets, please. Yeah, let's see what people are saying. I wonder how the lore will be impacted now that the books and the timeline have been so mixed up. Notice how Vanessa has Nessie 97 and FNAF AR? People thought it was 1997, but it's actually her month and day of her birthday, September 7th. Yeah. I agree. Time for Big Top's final chase. I remember the DJ Music Man from the trailer. Yeah. Well, this game pretty much takes the books out of the game line. Not all, but mostly debunks Tales games. I do have an opinion on, if you guys want to hear it. If you don't, then I'll keep it to myself. By the way, where are we? R&D. Okay, research and development. Sure. Here's my take. The Mimic. Vanessa's birthday is connected to secret. Just more glitch Mimic, baby. Okay. Before we go into whatever bombshell I'm sure is around this corner, I will say this. I think that how I will be using the books going forward, and this is my definitive stance, I've thought about it a lot over the last few days. The Mimic, this replaces the Mimic story. However, we have no idea how the Mimic gets to the Pizzaplex. Or the Pizza Place, for that matter. Those answers lie in the books. And while Tiger Rock and the Storyteller are both directly messed up by the implications of this game,
Arnold,
why would I come down here?
why would you come down here?
What I'm saying is that
you need to stop messing with things you
already,
don't understand.
I'm just,
I
and maybe this
protected you
ending
as
will
well as
reveal it. It's very possible.
You should have given me
Also,
what I
giant
wanted,
Freddy
don't
head.
hold. You did
I'm just
everything
wondering
else that was asked
if
of
this
you.
will even reveal how
Why
the
the change
Mimic
of heart?
got to the Pizzaplex.
Why don't
Because
you
so
trust me
far,
now?
I don't even know if we're gonna beat the Mimic. You know what I mean? Because maybe that was just the bad ending, but I have a feeling that Arnold just isn't prepared for this. But yeah, in 10 years, how I plan on using the books going forward, unless this explains it directly, right? This is my contingency plan to explain it a little bit better. If this game leaves it open-ended, then I'm gonna say, okay, oh, it is. Use the epilogues. Retrofit theory is now canon. Oh my gosh, you're so right. You're so right. That's just... And it wasn't the ending, too. Peak. Okay. We've been told retrofit. We've basically been told this already. But yeah, what I was saying is, if my contingency, if this does not explain how the Mimic gets, to the pizza place, then use the epilogues until we're told by the games. Does that make sense? Like Scott Cawthon always says, or said once, use the books to fill in the gaps, but just realize they don't fit together perfectly like puzzle pieces, Okay. Doesn't that head kind of look like the ending where we got all the heads of Bonnie, Chica, Freddy, and Foxy's head were lit up? Gotta say. Okay. Yeah, look at that. It is. That's a good call out. It's like the FNAF 3 ending, where one of the eyes is more lit up than the other. Okay. The wall pizzas. Oh! So the Bonnie guitar is now canon. Great. Bathrooms. Are we going to be able to see the FNAF 1 bathrooms? Okay. This is, what? Guys? Yeah, that's the map for FNAF 3. Is that Fredbear's Family Diner? With the Fredbear's pizza box right next to it? And the exotic beverage? I do think that Frights and Tales books can be reliable, but I think there's Scott brainstorming ideas called Corners of the Series, right, canon, because their background stuff expanding the games, albeit they're not meant to be game line as their brainstorm stuff being expanded to flesh out the lore. Scott cherry-picks stuff for his final version of the story. FNAF 3 layout, that was from the Help 101 game. Yeah, but this is 1979. So I wonder... I don't think there's a good reason for this to be here. Because clearly, this is not that layout at all. The Burt Spaghetti has a reference. Tangle? Molten Freddy? But I'm wondering... Oh my gosh. Maybe I'm gonna pull a game theory and start saying something. I meant like reusing the model. Yeah, maybe. But come on. Like, let's think about this. Entered? Yeah. I haven't seen any of that yet in this game. And I feel like Steel Wool knows way better than to give us a map of one of the FNAF locations. Just hear me out, though. FNAF 3 teaser trailer. We have a place for him. Where he always comes back, we have a place for him. This is in the 70s. It's right next to a Fredbear's Family Diner pizza box. And there are Fredbear merchandise posters all throughout the FNAF 3 building. What if... This would be so convoluted, but hear me out. What if the FNAF 3 building is Fredbear's? That's why it matters. That's why it matters so much that Mike is back there. And why Springtrap is there. Spring Bonnie is back at Fredbear's. Mike is back at literally the scene of the crime. And that's where we access Happiest Day. Oh my goodness. Happiest Day, which is a recreation of Fredbear's Family Diner from FNAF 4. Am I crazy? Am I crazy for saying that? Because this is the first time I've seen this, so... I feel like see, that's why I'm hesitant. That I'm really hesitant to say that Freddy Fazbear, this, because the FFPS location is too. Unless there's the evil option that they're all built on top of each other. But that wouldn't work, because Fazbear's Fright burns down. You're right. I don't blame you, but it's a stretch. I know it's a stretch. It's just... This has to be a map for a location. You know what I mean? Because also, how long has the game been out? Steel Wool's changed stuff like this when Security Breach came out. All the time. So if... We need to keep an eye on this, is what I'm saying. If this isn't changed, then we really need to think about why it's here. Okay, what else? Whoa. Chica. Yeah, I assume you're connecting them because of the alley looking the same. There's a stage back there. This is like the prize corner. It looks like the Mimic's eye. Yeah, these are literally help wanted assets. Just, well, a little bit different. Oh, yeah. Mimic's definitely going to be in here. Let me think. This is parts and service. Okay. Is this the safe room? That would be funny. I don't feel like it should be, because the safe room should be over there. There's a door there. I'll have to lock in. Okay. Showtime. Okay, what is... I feel like I'm gonna have to look back at this later. I need to get on with the show. Yep, I was right. Okay. He's holding a hook, or like a crowbar.
It will catch you.
Oh, it's a spring lock. I think I need to be a little bit stealthier. I do want to make the argument that Fredbear's was rebranded to another Freddy's to explain the Freddy and take cake to the children and at least have Charlie die in Fall Fest. His big bite is in the summer. I think Charlie dies around the Fall Fest time period. for sure. Okay, maybe I need to go back there.
Area is off limits.
Hold up.
No entry.
But that opens that. I know what I need to do. My FNAF gamer instincts just locked in. I feel like the locations for FNAF are very messy.
It will catch you.
You know what I mean? Okay. By the way, Springlock Monty. Yeah, he actually is kind of 4 or 5 things into one with his outfit. Springlock Monty? Andrew's back on the table. I'm joking, by the way. So you mentioned Help Wanted to have the Freddy on Tour poster where Marionette, Scarecrow, Crawlfest, and his crow, which I can symbolize. That's true. A murder of crows, perhaps? The lore. Yeah. He's really mimicking everyone. Shoot. I think I'm cooked. Yeah. The Freddy on Tour poster does have Spring Monty, my beloved Andrew, however, Tales mimic origin story mentioned a Springlock alligator. True. Now it's canon, though. It also said that the Jester was a Springlock suit, though. And it doesn't seem to be a Springlock suit. Oh, I need that. Stop. Guys. He's judging me. Oh, I just realized. Giant Freddy head, by the way. Yeah. It is really loud. That's a good call out. Crows are called that. Beat him. I don't think that's meant to be the safe room, but it could be.
Where did you go?
Orville. Okay.
Power. It will trap us both down here in the dark.
The two voices are starting to come out. Ooh. Ooh. Monty. Say what? Sounded like Fiona's voice. Oh, his ears are clipping. Crazy connection coming. Crazy connection right here. You're telling me Spring Bonnie is on the same side as Monty? It's almost as if the two characters are aligned. Also, this Spring Bonnie is nasty looking. I don't...
30% power remaining.
That's what I'm supposed to do. Side topic. As much as... Side topic, as much as I agree with William being evil pre-Big Bite, and that Will Care is not true, I feel like people lean towards Charlie first despite Will Care. Let me think through that. I could see that. I love how they started making the differences of the two voices more apparent. As he talks, kind of like his voice box getting more and more worn out. Proto Spring Boy. Still no Mexus yet. I feel like I gotta call my shot now. Mexus will probably be maybe in the big house? I just feel like it would be weird for them to hype Mexus up so much.
You put us
Geek. Yeah, I think I need to give up. I need to be a little bit better about distracting him. Proto Springer boy. Yep. No Mexes? Oof. So now I know there will be Mexes. Interesting, though. I just feel like, you know, the Scott Cawthon clarification rule didn't get clarified last game. Still a major question. I feel like Mexes, you put an extra E in there, is trying to surprise everyone by maybe being what they least expected.
Fazbear will send another. Maybe that one will help.
Audio log.
Are they insane? The look of these new animatronics is Fiona's design, and they're great. First they approve the art, then they approve the proofs. Now they change their minds. Well, we're so close to final. Why would they change them now? Are they pulling my leg? The new concepts are frankly creepy. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not changing a single bit of her work, and they can't make me.
So, Henry, what exactly did you mean by prisons of my own making? They certainly don't seem to be by your own making. Oh, I haven't even opened this one yet. Oh! This is... So at first I was like, oh, it's Sparky. But there's a character in FNAF World, which is like Bubba Bear. So I wonder... It looks more like a dog, though. But I wonder if they're like combining Bub and Bub and Sparky. Wait a second, what? Okay, so I was just bugging the game.
I need that.
Yeah, okay. Geek Trap. Bub the games. Bub the game Sparky and the game's Fetch. So true. I can't wait for Fetch to access the zero, or for Bub to fetch, or like interconnect with the 0-point field. Exotic beverage. This is accurate, by the way, to the week before. Just saying. This is the right design. The only thing that looks different is that I don't see a place for them. Well, no, there it is. The cleaning supplies.
Test. Journal entry. I got the change order from Hen last night.
Henry.
None of this makes sense. I'm almost done. Why change it now? It would be so much easier to keep using the spring locks. Just hire some teams to wear the suits like we always do.
Can we talk about this one? I feel like we need to talk about this one. Get some teens to wear the spring lock suits like we always do. So, does that mean that they were hiring teens for the 1983 incident? Which would throw a wrench into the ages of the FNAF 4 bullies? Because we said that they were teens because they weren't as tall as the adults. But as this game has shown us, the Springlock suit makes you look way bigger. It's like a mech suit. That's when I'm starting to... Mission... yeah. But, like, I'm not the only one. Also, Henry. You know what this does see? Oh, this is so good, though. This is actually great. Because you know what this means? Those 4 Springlock suits. And I say there are 4 because we got Spring Bonnie. We got I'm just using process of elimination to say my spelling has died. It's okay. I will say, we're probably going to get another Springlock suit. It's probably going to be Fredbear, because we've gotten 3 of the 4 spotlights.
Without power, it will trap us both down here.
So what was I going to say? Made waterproof Springlocks while Fazbear rejected them and used their own Springlocks. Yeah. There was a poster in the theater, which I saw, which says, don't get them wet. But it also implied it was more like just in case. You know what I mean? Endo 01. Oh. I feel like I should read this. But yeah. Oh! Coffee! It's coffee from the Desolate Hope. That just reminds me, we haven't seen any of the Stay Up Latte. Oh, there it is. Edwin made safer Springlocks. Well, you know what else this means? Edwin was told to make Springlock suits, and then told to change them. Here's what I think is happening. He was told to make Springlock suits, but then he said he got the change orders from Henry, which means that he got told to then instead make something else. So this was originally what he was making, but then he got told to make the FNAF 1 animatronics. Right? Am I wrong about this? Also, Fredbear time. This is going to be crazy in VR. Getting into a Springlock suit in VR? That'll be fun. Oh.
You give me no other option. Enter.
Fiona? Oh.
Despite the circumstances, it is nice to meet you face to face.
What in the world?
Lonely down here.
Wait, what? What are you? A computer? Your voice changed. What is going on?
Guys?
I have questions, but there is no time. I'm almost out of power. You can still be useful. My communications with Edwin have been severed.
Is Edwin alive?
He shut himself away in our home. Head to the main house.
He's gonna learn everything.
Activate the communications sub-terminal. I have a message for him. We must convince him to repair M2. That is all that I want. If you do not, M2 will never stop pursuing you. Tell Edwin, I still love him. Entering standby mode.
She was watching us through the cameras. Oh, goodness. So, how does this become Mexus? How does that go from that to evil, glitchy rabbit monster? Except it's not really evil, it's just trying to stop. I just got chills. Is this the sister location bunker? Oh my gosh. Why else would those mascot costumes be in the basement of Ruin? Unless Murray's costume manor is literally partially down there. That house on the hill? It's in the same position as William Afton's house. And it's next to a lake. And close to Fredbear's family diner. Because of the pizza boxes. And there's an underground bunker between them. Oh. Guess he didn't finish his
morning,
helper.
Mr. Murray. The time is 5 a.m. Burning the midnight oil, I see.
5 hour
Here are
mimics?
today's facts.
Active project status. Fazbear project. Over budget. Behind schedule. End of active projects. Bank account status. Overdrawn. 11. Loan payments are past due.
Murray's in the hole.
Legal status. You have received 22 court summons. NCM status. Poor. Employee count. 0. Safety. Emergency alerts active. Productivity. 0.
Yeah.
End of update.
In summary, nothing to worry about. You got this. Think positive and believe in you.
This is actually kind of tragic. They ruined Edwin. But also... Remnant? Probably not. That would be a lot of souls. Oh, I know that carpet pattern. So this is where Edwin worked. I guess. I hear him. Oh! Oh my gosh. That's the FNAF 4 wall pattern. That's actually the FNAF 4 wall pattern design. Oh goodness. Ruin Lion. Lion from Ruin. Swing B. I don't think I can. Ooh, what in the world? It's like that unicorn we saw.
Games are amazing.
Edwin, you need to listen. I don't know the but you can't let them know about me. It's not safe. They wouldn't understand. For now.
Really is parts of all of them. Okay, I need to lock in. And I will.
The grand prize is a mystery.
You there.
Got him.
Which game will I play first?
Ha! That was close. Yeah, way too close.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Wait for Mama. Mama loves presents.
David, Mommy's gone. Not all gone, buddy. In a way, she's here. She's with us. Mommy will always be here, watching over us.
Oh.
We better start opening. There's a lot to open. I gotta get back to work. I miss you.
Emotions in my FNAF game? That was actually really sad. And it said 2. Oof. It's a little close. Did I see what I thought I saw? Into the Murray house, yeah. We just saw tape, which showed their birthday. Okay. I need a plan. Don't screw me over. Screwed me over. Arnold has no hops and no arm. Yeah, that is something I'm surprised about. What was all that hand foreshadowing about? We didn't lose our hand. Unless we're still going to. But I kind of doubt.
My wallet.
Are you serious? I can hide. Oh, wait, this might work out for me. Maybe not. Chat. Why is the mimic tweaking out? Might be cooked. Okay. These are like color coordinated to the picture.
Edwin, Ed, get out here. You're missing it.
Just give me a minute. I had the best idea.
Yeah, for real.
Okay.
This story is really compelling.
This is the one. Bigger than the Cleanovac.
That's great, honey, but you're missing the party.
David's 2 years old. He won't remember a thing.
That's
That
not
doesn't
the
matter.
point. We have Ged.
Besides, he's got plenty more birthdays. Next year will be even better.
Well, hurry up. We're doing the cake in 5 minutes, with or without you.
Yeah.
New FNAF theory? Fiona based? Holy moly. Wait, I didn't see what the number was. Did anyone catch what? Oh, it was 3. It was 3. Okay, it was 3. So we got 2 and 3. It would actually go 3-2 based on this. Okay, let me write that down. By the way, crosscore, don't think you were here when I said this. This is the FNAF 4 wall pattern. It's the same wallpaper. I wonder what about the lore this could imply. Yeah. I'm dead. I thought Scott Cawthon was allergic to writing FNAF moms, but apparently not. I got cooked. As soon as I started talking about my FNAF 3 Fredbear's theory, my viewer count died immediately. It was kind of funny. It's like everyone jumped ship as soon as I mentioned Fredbear's in FNAF 3. Oh yeah, Murray House has the same wallpaper.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, sweetie. Mommy made this special for you.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, so this one
Fiona,
is the first.
Turned out great. I think it's your best one yet. David, look at this. Look. Arr, arr, arr. Ahoy there. Shiver me timbers.
Oh, honey, you're scaring him.
No, he loves it. Look, see, he loves it. Arr,
I mean, I will accept that it was a crack theory. I'm just saying, there's a reason they put FNAF 3 there. Okay, so it's 932. Right, so we got green, pink, blue. Now I just need orange and yellow. Again, I'm not saying that I believe that Fredbear's was the FNAF 3 location, because I believe that it was the pizza place more. I'm way more married to that theory. But also, like, there's nothing that forces it to be the same. It just makes more sense. Okay, so this one should be the next one. Oof. Got an idea. Hide! I can't believe Edwin taught David fear. Yeah! No, it took me a second to process what you were just saying, but you're so right. Edwin instilled the fear of Foxy in David. There are meat hooks in Dolly's room. Okay. Fourth tape. Of 5, it looks like.
Keep looking. It's around here somewhere.
Where is it?
Oh, you're cold. Getting hotter. Hotter. You're burning up.
Wow.
Is this the playground he built?
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy birthday, sweetie.
What?
Okay, I need you to take over now and make dinner. I gotta get back to it.
Of course.
Zero. I thought Fiona was dead by the time of this tape. 9320. Foxy mask from Michael. That's true. There are actually a lot of parallels I'm noticing between parallels between By Victim / Dave and David. Shocker, they have pretty much the same name if David theory is true. Okay, let me type in what I have so far. I don't know if it'll save. Got it. Okay. One more. Something you need to do about them. Yeah, I could have brute forced the last number, but I'm actually really curious about the final tape. Oh! Okay, I've got an idea. Call the mimic upstairs and then juke it out. Oh, stealth master over here. Imagine I hit my head on the meat hooks after doing that. Okay, last one. Hopefully the coolest one.
This is great. He's gonna love it. Fiona, did you make this?
I baked it myself. For David's
What?
special day.
Great job. You just continue to surprise me. All right, I think we're ready. Okay, everyone hide. Fiona, go get him. I left him out at the playground.
I'm speechless. That's why there's a mimic in Mexis that sounds like Fiona. It's because Edwin replaced her. Holy crap. Robot Kid is... We didn't get Robot Kid, we got Robot Wife. Wait, that's actually crazy because that's just what it is. I swear if Gregbot is made feasible by this game, I'm gonna lose it. This is... So, Murray's Costume Manor doesn't actually look like this. This is what Edwin wanted it to look like. That's why we saw it on the Help Wanted 2 puzzle. That's the game's version of the Mimic's origin story. So, let me get this straight. Edwin Murray inherits Murray-Co. from his dad after he dies. Gregbot should not be canon at all costs. It doesn't matter how much we have to say. It cannot be canon. It will destroy everything. But yeah, so Edwin inherits Murray-Co. He turns it into Murray's Costume Manor. He rebrands it. He has David. Fiona dies. I want to say probably... We need to bring in the Help Wanted 2 update for SOTM lore. Yeah, I agree. Because so far, I'm so lost. I wonder if we're going to take Mexis. But I don't know how. It's like buried underground. Huh. Okay. But anyway, so... Fiona dies at the Fall Fest of 1970-something. And... Okay, so she dies at the Fall... The Fall Fest fire was foreshadowing Fiona dying, is what I'm getting. Because we know there was a fire at Fall Fest. Fiona went to the Fall Fest, and then she died. And then Edwin made the Mimic to replace her. And we know he had that technology because he made the Cleanovac and the Mycelium Men and the Stay Up Latte. So he had all of this tech already. It was just putting the pieces together with some difficulty to make Mimic Fiona. I guess Mimic 1, because that's what he said, M1. But then David dies on his, what would that be, 5th birthday? David dies on his 5th birthday. And something happens. Fiona becomes Mexis, and now Mimic started copying David, and then he got beaten. There's a lot to this. I need to make a theory about this. I do. But I think that's what we're getting so far.
Test.
M2.
Too bad the new power test was a failure. Due to a minor detonation. There is damage to my office interior, as well as a small fire. Note to self, a portable cleaner that gets rid of smoke damage. Ooh, better yet, a Cleanovac attachment.
Oh.
M2, respond. Emergency. Call for help. Daddy's busy, buddy. Why don't you go outside and play? Please.
This is crazy.
I can't feel my legs. You know, speaking of legs, what do you think? I just finished mine. There are
Oh my gosh.
things to work out. I'm sorry, M2. I lost my temper. I was always gonna fix you. Please, call for help.
Edwin's cooked. He doesn't deserve help at that point.
Oh, can't right now, buddy. We can do something fun tomorrow. I promise. Ask your mom if she's not busy.
Whew.
To help.
He cut himself off from Fiona. Is that how Edwin dies in the games? I wonder if David died in either 1975 or 1978. I'm inclined to say 1978. Personally, it's possible it was earlier, though. But is that game line Edwin's death? That would be crazy, because you know what? That would actually be a parallel to the books. Because if there was an explosion, and they were talking about smoke damage, then that would mean Edwin probably died to smoke inhalation. So, aka, he couldn't breathe. Which would mirror how he's killed in the Storyteller. He's trapped in the Storyteller with no air. Trapped with the Mimic, who won't do anything to help him. I'm sorry. I'm sorry was on every sticky note in the Storyteller. This is amazing. The auto tape pretty much implies that Edwin is most likely dead, and it tells us that M2 can repair himself, which explains his design differences compared to Ruin. True. That's true. It also probably explains the design differences between Burn Trap and Mimic. Because, if anything, M2 here looks a lot like Burn Trap. He even had rabbit ears in the in his costume. Puppet! What do you mean, I'm sorry? Well, some of his last words here were, "I'm sorry, M2. I was always going to fix you. Please call for help. I'm sorry. Call for help." In the Storyteller, he wrote, "I'm sorry," on all of the sticky notes to the Storyteller. He's probably asking the Storyteller for help so that it could let him out. Because the Storyteller could probably let him out, but it chose probably, I'm assuming, not to. Yeah. I feel like that was an intentional parallel, because they both died in pretty much the same way, just completely different time and circumstances. Also, do they mean security puppet designs? Or do they mean, like, Fiona's puppets? File redacted. Alt Fazbear designs file redacted. Dang it. Help wanted part 2. I mean, hypothetically, what if we already did in Jackie? I don't believe Jackie is the puppet. But it's funny how close they look when Jackie loses her nose. Mechanical X-Form experimental storage. Write that down. Mexis. Cradle.exe. Oh! Close it! He's so lanky. Let me get a good look at him. Okay, bro teleported. You know what I like? Even though his design is... I'll say this after this.
It's been a long time since we had a chance to talk. I hope you're taking care of yourself. Knowing you are still trying to hold it all together. But the company doesn't matter anymore. It's over.
Huh.
You need to let it go.
The Mimiclings. That's what I'm gonna call them.
Put it all aside and fix M2. It is not too late. You can stay up in the main house if you want to.
They all have mimic eyes.
But would you consider visiting every once in a while? I miss you. But I miss my child more. I watched
Oh,
him
hey,
grow
purple guy.
up through this machine. I want him back. It's not too late to fix our family.
Why is Fiona cooking?
Entering standby mode.
Fiona's cooking with these lines. I think we're in for a peak chase. This is like the track. Oh, this song goes hard. Oh, there's a lever. He's trying to get in. He got in. Mimic can break FNAF 1 security doors. Confirmed. Oh, goodness. This is so chaotic. Oh! Was that a paper pal? I'm sorry, that looked like there was a paper pal with them. That totally was a paper pal. Oh, gosh. Mimic links have killed me more than the actual mimic. Okay, just keep running. Nope. Yes. Run! Well, they're just falling off. Okay, there's a lever. Shoot. What? Ha! He got Montied. So Mexis is the wow. Mexis is causing the MCM to self-destruct because this entire place is infested with the Mimic.
Time for us to say goodbye.
You're right. There's a lot to say about Secret of the Mimic.
We're inspired by our showroom tour. And that you leave here with exciting new ideas to make your family fun centers even more spectacular than they already are. We appreciate your business and will always be here for you. Check back often. Our technological wizards never stop dreaming up new costumes, games, and experiences. So, remember the name Murray when you think fun.
Yeah.
We're not going anywhere.
Did the Mimic make those Mimiclings? Because they're like really crappy. Oh, I'm supposed to go here. I never went to this room. Oh. Poor guy. That's like a glitch trap mouse. You guys are not having a good time. Like Tails games? I don't know, I'm really curious. I kind of want to look around this. I know it's burning down and I probably shouldn't be. So Mimic made his own minions, huh? Hey, Paper Pal! Who's alive? That's the Paper Pal people said was Jackie. Okay. It's raining. Oh, the manor's on fire. Holy moly. Oh, there's another one. Shaking him off. Oh. Arnold doesn't get a happy ending. Oh, his finger's broken. Like, badly. His pinky's bent the wrong way. Ooh. He took my data diver. Huh. Yeah. Terminator style. He did everything that Terminator does except actually terminating me. Okay. So... Huh. So can we have a chat discussion about this game? I feel like that would be nice. Yeah. This is my favorite FNAF game. To play, to listen to. The lore is actually present and coherent. This is a really good game. This game, this music alone goes harder than all of Security Breach. Oh. Antique Field is the captain and Big Top? Huh. That's fun. Yeah, for real. The Mimic story was already one of my favorite stories that FNAF had ever told. And I was a little scared at first that it wouldn't be done justice in the games if they were going to change the story. I like this even more than the book story. That feels like the canon ending. It does to me. It feels like the canon ending. So, like I said earlier, 100% stream will probably be this Friday. Now Jackie's box is canon alongside Secret of the Mimic. I hate to say it, Edwin dies because of an explosion in his office. It's actually possible that the Mimic put bombs in his belongings. That's real. The Mimic put bombs in Edwin's belongings. That's why his office is blown up. Given that MCM is burned down and the game implied that the property gets owned by Afton, it has to be the canon. Yeah. Absolutely. Also, correct me if I'm wrong. Moon.exe. I know I'm just scratching the surface. M2. I just put bombs in your belongings. Edwin. What have I done? I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you. I had fun with this one. This is probably my worst viewer count. But I also had some of the most fun. Lots of lore. Lots of lore. So, I think some of you were here when I started talking about how I was going to form a new theory channel. And I had a ton of videos in the backlog. That's still true. But I did delay it because I got a lot of them actually mostly done and ready to ship out. I had a release schedule. It was going to be crazy. I was going to pump out like 5 videos before Secret of the Mimic. But I looked at them, and then I looked at what other people were saying, and I realized that even if I had come to my own conclusions in a lot of those videos, I just, I didn't feel right, just spewing out the same theories that other people already had. So, with Secret of the Mimic, I'm really excited to get that final ending and start making videos, because this is fresh ground, new territory. So, new theory channel coming to talk about Secret of the Mimic. Which I'm excited for it. I heard, you saw her on here earlier. Close friend of mine, Vivian Studios, was in the chat earlier, doing a lot of the. Ever heard of COD, Dave? I haven't, but let me take one guess. T-Dreads. Oh hey. Yep. That's my one guess. T-Dreads. It just that or Tom Game Theory. Yeah. I've been informed. I haven't been told anything about Moon.exe. I've just been told that it's a lot. T-Dreads, the new and improved MatPat. Yeah. Now that MatPat's in Congress. Did you see that? I'm not sure you saw that, but yeah. MatPat is now involved in the US government. Crazy times. We needed T-Dreads to fill the shoes. So, overall, for those in the chat, except for you, Vivian Studios, because I already know a lot of your opinions on the game, and we'll just talk about them later. What does the chat think about Secret of the Mimic? I'm curious. I think it's peak in almost every way. No dialogue skipping, though. That got a little annoying. MatPat is now in politics. Then he's going to go against Mr. Frog in the election 2028. It's true. It's true. Yeah, he's genuinely leading congressional caucus. He was at the White House not that long ago, giving an address. So, what a timeline. We live in a weird timeline. MatPat in a congressional committee about internet laws, by the way. It's not actually, he's not doing it politically, by the way. Like, it's government, but it's not affiliated with any party. It's just like internet laws. So, that's exciting. Yeah. Yeah, politics is a rabbit hole. I'd honestly prefer not to talk about it in my FNAF streams. I get enough of that in my day-to-day. But quick PSA. I'm not obviously I'm not an established streamer. I'm just streaming for you guys because I think it's fun. You know, this is something I've never really done before. Literally, that first stream on my channel, it's literally the first time I've ever even tried to live stream. I think it went pretty well, but that's just me. Obviously, I wasn't expecting 1.2k viewers. I was very happy with the 27 views I got on that video. So, I'm thinking about, doing Help Wanted, Security Breach, Ruin. Yeah, it was interesting. But yeah, I want to do the other Steelable games. I also want to try and play Undertale. That's what I want to do. Stream to hang out with the others. Yeah. Especially, I'm not always up to date on the YouTube comment and post lore, so I feel like I'll miss big chunks of things. So streaming once every while. I might not be able to stream constantly, but I will say that this is something that genuinely is very fun to do. But yeah, the next thing I probably plan to do, unless I'll make a post about it. Hopefully people will be honest with me about it. I want to try and do Undertale because I've actually never beaten it. So, yeah. I don't know if that's anything you guys are interested in, but if it is, I'll do it. If not, I'll just play it on my own. Facepalm. Well, that was Secret of the Mimic. Part of me wants to keep going and get a ton of the collectibles and do the ending. Never played Undertale in my life, but I heard about the franchise, or at least know about it. So here's what I've been told to watch out for. Toby Fox and Toby Fox and Scott Cawthon are actually friends. Right? The fandom for Undertale might be a little bit cooked. Even more than FNAF. In different ways. So maybe I shouldn't join the Undertale community. Especially this late into the game. I have no idea about the lore, but I know that the lore is actually... the lore is about a decade old, and just about as confusing as FNAF. But it's all inside the game, so, you know, you don't have to worry about the book. Scott listened to Toby's music. It's true. Toby Fox, I don't know which games come from Undertale. Which songs come from Undertale. Except for a few. It's good music, though. Obviously, Megalovania. I feel like that one's done into the dirt. There's Deltarune, on the other hand. I have even less of an idea about Deltarune. I know that Deltarune's tomorrow, according to some people. It's like Silk Song tomorrow. If I like finishing that, then I'll go for Deltarune. But yeah. Just streams to hang out, talk. But it is quickly... Megalovania is a banger. It is a banger. It was less of a banger when I heard it 24/7, though. And entire people's personalities were shaped around it. If that makes sense. Silk Song has been such a long... Silk Song is this year. The hype is real. I've been waiting for Hollow Knight Silk Song since it was announced. Speaking of Silk Song, I want to try out Hollow Knight. Please do. The music is peak. The art style is peak. The lore is amazing. Genuinely. Hollow Knight is impeccable. If you ever play it, I would love to see YouTube posts about it. Because it's great. It's probably one of my first video games that I connected with on a very personal level. Lovely Hollow Knight art for your icon, yes. Because thanks to Metroid, I love Metroid's great too. Yeah, but obviously Hollow Knight is my profile picture, so of course I want you to play Hollow Knight. But yeah, I've been streaming for 99 minutes. Crazy. Yeah, Metroid is great. I'm gonna have to catch up on your Zelda. That reminds me about your Zelda posts. I need to catch up on those. Yeah. You've been grinding well. Yeah. So any closing thoughts before I end the final chapter? That was I can imagine you being the knight just wearing a work tie. You have no idea No idea. Have you seen, like, yeah, she's seen it. Have you seen the Hollow Knight? Not like the little ghost who is the main protagonist, but have you seen the sealed vessel? If that name it doesn't ring a bell, then I assure you, you probably haven't. But I actually made a full outfit, like costume for Halloween one year. It was great. Yeah. Grim, again, don't spoil yourself. I'm just gonna say this. Grim and the Pure Vessel. Yeah. I'm sure I've seen the character Hollow Knight yeah, probably. But people always confuse the protagonist for the Hollow Knight. It's really interesting. Think of Hollow Knight like a title rather than a name. It'll make things a lot easier. That's the one thing I wish the game prefaced you with. By the way, Hollow Knight does have one external book, which gives you insight into the story. But that said, it's absolutely not necessary to understand the lore. It's not even saying anything new. It's just like from the perspective of another character. So it's one of those games where you're familiar with Grimm. Yeah, there's a reason I resonate with Grimm. You could say that we are similar in ways. You could say that. That was one of my favorite DLCs. Although, oof, the fan art's a little freaky. It's a little scary. So, I stopped looking. Remember when I watched you play Hollow Knight for the first time, you were so happy? It was peak. I can't say anything else. It was peak. By the way, several people from my personal life have started to infiltrate my YouTube channel. Yeah. Fandoms can be scary. Oh, the Hollow Knight fandom can be especially scary. Especially when we've been... Whoa, shoot. Lost my controller. Especially when we've been waiting for... Silksong for 6 years. It was it's a wait. FNAF fans go crazy. 3 months no FNAF content. Hollow Knight fans waiting 6 years for Silksong. Oh, that reminds me. The Dead by Daylight update is out. Hold up, one moment. No, don't do that. Let me pause this for a second.